Okay, one more big voice as we make it a habit to get in some of the biggest voices. This one, arguably, the most important voice is Mr. Dinesh Khara, Chairperson of State Bank of India, joins in on this S&P outlook change news. Mr. Khara, good having you. Neeraj here, good afternoon. What do you make of this? While a rating upgrade is maybe due in the next 24 months, what do you make of this outlook change?
First of all, thank you very much for having me on your channel. Well, the way I look at it is that this improvement in the rating in terms of the outlook from positive to positive from stable, actually it augurs very well as far as the likely scenario is concerned. We are already witnessing the likely reduction in the fiscal deficit coming down from 5.8 to 5.1 in the financial year 25. And thereafter also, if this trajectory continues, hopefully we'll get to see the fiscal deficit coming down to 4.5 in 25-26. And it is all riding on the fact that we are seeing decent growth in the GDP, and also the GST collections are improving month after month. It actually speaks very well, and we are quite hopeful that this kind of a trajectory should continue going forward. And eventually it should lead to upgrade in our sovereign credit rating too. I think these are the early steps when they are changing the outlook from stable to positive. So that is, I would say that it's a very positive sign for the Indian economy, and the efforts which have been put in the past have been very well recognized by the global rating agency.
Mr. Khara, good afternoon. Tamanna here. I was just saying it's taken 14 years for S&P Global Ratings to push India to stable, and it was in 2010 that we were made stable, and now 14 years to go from stable to positive, maybe another 24 months for an actual ratings upgrade. I wanted to understand why this is going to matter and how you see it as a big deal in terms of fund flows, in terms of cost of funds. Why is this really, really important? We're all talking about why it's positive, why it's, how it's a big deal, but I want to understand why and what difference it would make from your perspective.
No, it is certainly, it makes a huge difference. When it comes to global investors, they all look at the rating of the country in particular. So I think this actually will be an early sign for the cost of funds for the country, particularly when we raise debt overseas, or alternatively when the overseas investors are investing into the country. They always look at the sovereign rating. So this is something which will probably give them the necessary encouragement to stay invested into the country, bring in more money, and also offer us the money at even cheaper rates. So to that extent, it all augurs very well for the Indian economy.
Mr. Khara, one question. A couple of positive macro developments have happened in the recent past. This S&P outlook notwithstanding alone, the bonanza from the Reserve Bank of India, and the resultant impact that people think it will have on yields as well. We have seen a bit of a reduction, not quite much there, but there is also this JP Morgan bond inclusion due to happen starting June. What's your view, sir, on how would yields and cost of borrowing behave over the course of the next couple of months at least? We wait for the RBI action the way we do, but these natural movements that have happened, what does that do to yields per se?
See, eventually when it comes to yield, there are multiple factors which actually impacts the yield. So the global money coming in is one of the factors. India debt paper getting included into the JP Morgan, that very clearly is a reflection that the money flows will actually improve. But how much will it improve will also be a function of how the interest rate market will look like across the globe. So I think it is, as far as the Indian economy is concerned, there is a attractiveness, but when it comes to competitive attractiveness, that will depend upon how the other economies are playing out. So I think all said and done, my sense is that these are we have to see it in a very positive light, and we have to actually this actually outlook change also is nothing but a reflection of the confidence which is shown by the global rating agency in the Indian economy. So I think it's a culmination of whatever steps we have taken, but eventually my expectation is that it will certainly have an impact on the interest cost of the funds which we are raising globally.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Khara, for speaking with us. That was an exclusive conversation with Dinesh Khara, the Chairperson of State Bank of India.